our bonus net all bait.
All looking good. Where'd that bait come from?
Oh, Lake Hartwell Fishing and Marine.
Yeah. Okay. This bait came from Lake Hartwell Fishing and Marine on Highway 24. Hey, we're gonna trade the Z boat in for the Bay boat and go to Lake Hartwell and do some striper and hybrid fishing with the Outdoor Dream Foundation, one of the greatest organizations in the whole wide world, an organization that I've been working with for several years. Brad Jones, Coach Jones, that whole family have put so much into the Outdoor Dream, and I'm gonna be fishing with a great kid. We're gonna meet him in just a minute. We're gonna have a lot of fun, so you stay with me. I'm Hank Parker. We're on Lake Hartwell looking. I got my main #1 guide here. Old Cliff's gonna show us where we're gonna find some fish. Now tomorrow we're gonna be in separate boats. I'm gonna have Joe and Cliff's gonna have kids of his own. But it's an annual event. Now Cliff, how long has Outdoor Dream been doing this particular
event? At least 10 years.
Oh really? Yeah. Okay, all right, well good. I'm finally getting to be a part of it. We're doing an Outdoor Dream hybrid striped bass hybrid show on Lake Hartwell, where they just had the Bassmasters Classic this past February. But we're gonna be fishing for striped guys and not largemouth. The razorback, good looking bait. Where'd this bait come from?
That came from Lake Hartwell Fishing and Marine.
Lake Hartwell Fishing and Marine. Is that on Highway 24?
On Highway 24 in Anderson, South Carolina.
They got some good bait over there. There's your good bunch of fish right there.
You wanna try them?
Let's try them. Hey, we're headed out on Lake Hartwell. I'm gonna do a little practice. We're going over on Friday, the day before the event starts. It's all about an Outdoor Dream. We're gonna have like 40 kids there, 35 kids from the Outdoor Dream Foundation. Not exactly sure what the total head count will be, but we're all gonna gang up. We're gonna have different guide boats. We're gonna go out on Lake Hartwell and go fishing. So I'm gonna go over because I've never fished Lake Hartwell for stripers before. They have a lot of hybrids and stripers. So I'm gonna hook up with Cliff Bowman, who owns Lake Hartwell Fishing, Tackle, and Marine, and he and I are gonna go out first day practice. You ain't caught one yet?
No. See if we can drum them up. You ever done this?
I have. Call me Little Drummer Boy. No, they actually call me Big Drummer Man. Cherokee people, Cherokee tribe, so proud to live.
All right, fish. No fish are down there, it looks like.
Yeah, they're down there. I had one mess with my front rod up here. This!
That might be hung, I don't know.
Ha! Yes, sir.
See what that banging does?
See what the banging does. This fish pulling good now. Man, he's taking me to the trees. He did. He got me in the trees.
He might work out.
I'm gonna pull him out. I got light line here, so I don't have that 15, 17 pound line. How about this, Cliff?
Come on out of there.
Come on, brother.
If they get going, they go good.
I'm gonna be honest with you, this fish has got me excited. He's pulling. This is a brand new Lew's edition rod, striper rod, and I thought they might have had them a little stiff, but I like it. This fish gotta be bigger than a 5 pound hybrid. That's what they said we were gonna be catching. This has gotta be bigger. Yeah, it's about a 7 pound hybrid, and it's pulling like a freight train.
Holler when you want the net.
He ready? Here we come. Hello, buddy. It's about a 9 pound hybrid.
There you go.
That's a pulling freight train right there. He didn't know he didn't weigh 25 pounds. He had no clue he didn't weigh 25 pounds. Golly bum, how did that fish pull so hard? Isn't he beautiful?
Gorgeous fish.
Beautiful fish. I loved it.
I believe I'd turn around if I was you, David. David needs to turn it around.
What's the limit on Lake Hartwell on jet skiers?
I don't even know.
Is it catch and release only, or can you kill them?
Oh, I got you. I love that trolling motor. That way you don't have to pull that anchor up every time you move.
Isn't that awesome? Was that a striper or a hybrid?
I think that was a striper.
I do too.
I wasn't going to deny what you say.
Well, I appreciate you hanging in there with me. You know, it takes a good man to take a bullet for the team.
Well, old bait does look pretty, don't it?
It does. I got my bait over at Lake Hartwell Fishing, Tackle and Marine over on Highway 24. They got some good bait over there.
Well, that hummingbird sure does show it all to you, don't it? What I like about it, you can fish those ditches and you know exactly how that contour is running.
Yeah, isn't that cool? Now, there you go. You got it figured out. Now you go back left and you're right there. Let me tell you a little bit about using live bait, the weight. We Carolina rig it. Got one down 30, one down 34. Put them in the rod holders. Don't hold the rod. All that is very, very important. Good bait. I'm telling you, we had the best bait I've ever had. 28. Electronics are everything. The big Humminbird 1198 that we were using on my bay boat, man, we marked those fish incredible. Go. Razorback. I'm gonna put this one down 26. So it's really dependent on electronics, rod holders, and good bait. And we had all of that. Man, did we ever catch some fish.
All right, looks like you got a good one.
I don't know how they pull this hard.
I like your net here.
That's a freebie net. That's a sure enough fish right there.
That's a nice one there.
Marking fish.
Whoa. Whoa, that's a major wad up. Hey, I can promise you in the morning, they'll be there.
Whoa! Pink net's gonna be the trick. All right, here you go. I can't help it. I really came out here more or less just to find and mark some fish. All right, we're gonna go back there and look.
All right.
I tell you what, if I can catch one, I just get excited.
He's probably going to the trees.
I'm excited. Don't do that. You got 10-pound line now. Fight him like a man, like you know what you're doing. He's down in the trees, but old Pawpaw gonna talk him out of there.
Tell me how to do this, Coach. Come on, man.
There you go. Just stay with him right there. Don't pump down. Just stay with him.
All right.
Bum. Talking him up. Come on up.
That man knows how to get them out of trees.
Look what a fish. I wish you'd catch one like that. You wouldn't know what to do.
Yeah, but I'm just scared to death one of them gonna get in the trees, and I don't know how to maneuver them out like you do.
Man alive, I wish you'd catch one like that.
You do a good job getting them out of the trees.
Where'd we get this bait again?
We got this bait at Lake Hartwell Fishing and Marine.
Hank's Show is made possible in part by Luz. Feel the difference. Sunsect, insect repellent plus sunscreen combined into one great product. And by Minn Kota. And Talon. This portion of Hank's Show is brought to you by Berkeley. Catch more fish.
Oh, you talking about double trouble? We have got some double trouble. Don't shake your hand, boy. I'm gonna get me a hug, man. Look at coming here at double trouble. Hello, Dylan. I'm Hank. How you doing this morning, Dylan? You got a duck on your shirt. Watch out, boo.
Getting up this early.
Hey, we got a sale going on. Look here, when you can walk in at before 5 o'clock in the morning wearing a pink shirt, smiling, hey, you doing good. No, it's early in the morning. I cannot believe we got to get up this early. I'm gonna hook up with my guide, my first mate, Joe Noblet, and my guest for the day, 18-year-old Jake Paul. And we're headed out, man. It's getting daylight, time to go catch them.
I imagine any surfing that happens is gonna be you know what it's going to be.
You heard he's a great TV host. It's Memorial Day weekend. There's 4 tournaments going on. Wind blowing 2 miles an hour.
I'm trying to
That barometric pressure just went through the roof.
I didn't even want to talk about the pressure.
Yeah, barometric pressure just went nuts. Yeah, there you go.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it rained nearly the 16th of an inch last month, and we just got so much stuff going that's negative.
We catch fish, it's going to be a miracle.
We're going to be so good if we catch one.
Here, look here. You talking about rod and reels?
Hey, come on with it.
If
now.
they would just get me some striper rod and reels out here,
Woo.
we throw everything else away because the lose makes the best.
Hey, come on. We got a commercial going here. We're talking about Lake Hartwell Fishing and Marine on Highway 24 right out of Anderson, South Carolina on beautiful Lake Hartwell with the best bait in the world, telling the man that lose is number one.
Lose is number one. And I tell you what, I'm serious I can be. The combo rod and reels those guys contributed to these children are absolutely next to none in quality. They are not cheap.
Oh, you can't say that. We're going to go back. Wait. All right, we're back up. No, they're not cheap. All right, go ahead. We got it. All right.
Hey, those are quality rod and reels.
There you go.
This.
Come
And
on.
I'm serious I can be. They are wonderful outfits that any man would be proud of.
You know, old Gary Klein got some pretty big biceps. He works for that company, and he'll come after us. Hey, wait a minute. Oh, Lord. I got to wake up, brother. They sleeping in this morning. Well, I tell you, we're marking these fish really, really good. I'm surprised they're not biting.
Get ready up here.
Yesterday, when we marked them this good, we could catch them, but for whatever reason, we're marking fish great, and they're just not cooperating at all.
Yeah, Lake Hartwell Guide Service. Yeah, I'll just call and see if you had any guides available.
Hey, you know, you practice and you work, and things sometimes don't work out like you think they should.
We in trouble, Jake. I see that.
Joe is really pumped up about this spot. He's thinking, man, we're gonna catch him.
Never been in here and not caught.
But I'm wondering about, hey, maybe we need to go to some of the places where Cliff and I went yesterday.
You see that camera right there? This is Jake Fish Paul, the man. And this is Joe Noblet.
Joe, let me tell you something about Joe. Joe gives of his time. He is so excited about meeting Jake Paul.
I've had worse fish days, I just can't remember.
He's a great fisherman, sharp as a tack, and he is a great guy.
There he is, get him.
And I give him the hardest time. Some people you just love, and I love Joe right off the bat. And I just give him the hardest time all day long. And when I love you, I give you a hard time. So Joe Noblet is awesome.
Another one of them great old big ones. Looky here. Come on with him in here. Come on with him over here. Put him in the net.
Hey, don't go away. Jake's gonna catch some more fish coming up.
Can you take a picture of me and Joe? Here, hold this right here. Joe's biggest fish of the year.
How's that work?
We got it.
Got it.
Hank's Show is brought to you in part by Ranger Boats, still building legends one at a time. Mercury Marine, #1 on the water.
Somebody put it back.
Hey, you know, these Outdoor Dream kids are just so special. The Outdoor Dream Foundation was started by Coach Jones and Brad Jones for the simple reason the Make-A-Wish didn't want to take kids on hunting trips. But the Outdoor Dream Foundation has not limited their dream making to just hunting. They do a multitude of things with the kids. Fishing is one of them. And I'm not kicking Make-A-Wish. I think they're awesome. They just didn't want to get into the hunting side, and that's where Outdoor Dream came in. But I will tell you this from firsthand. Outdoor Dream Foundation is pure. They're the most pure, selfless organization I've ever worked with. Lots of sacrifices are made to make these dreams for these kids come true. So I'm really all about the Outdoor Dream Foundation. What great people to be involved with. And I tell you, to be able to meet a guy like Jake Paul and spend a day with him is just awesome.
I like you. You laugh at my jokes. Most people won't laugh. Oh my Lord, what a fish. That might win our little deal right there. Come on with him. Bring him up here to Paw.
Nice.
Bring him up here to Paw. Oh my goodness.
That's awesome right there.
That was a fine job. Boy, no thanks to our guide, we got him. Don't you look at me in that tone of voice. Pretty good little swim back to the dock.
All right, here we go.
Rod, back rod, get him, he's on it. That's what we like right here now. It's so much more fun to catch him than it is not to catch him. Front rod, get him, brother. He was on Wicked Tuna 2 weeks ago. Woo. Look here, say Fray Bill.
Fray Bill.
Back rod, back rod.
I wasn't actually on the show.
Oh, you wasn't? I don't know what that meant, but you actually own Hank Parker's Outdoor Magazine. That's the big deal right up there with being on America's Most Wanted. I've been on them both.
Me in that tone of voice.
We got a rod out.
It's been a blast to be fishing with a legend.
Yeah. Oh, Joe. You didn't know you was a legend, did you? Old spot number 2 turned into number 1, didn't it? Good gracious alive, we putting them in the boat.
They fight good.
They do, Paul.
Man, did we ever catch some fish. It was an absolute hoot, but it was all about having a great time, and we accomplished that. And some little guys and girls had a ball, thanks to the Outdoor Dream Foundation. Now, we had a lot going on. There are a whole lot of elements involved with all these great kids, the cookout, and my guest, Jake Paul. What a smile. I get choked up a little bit when I talk about him. He's so much like my grandson, Alec. They look so much alike. And of course, I got a grandson named Jake, so a lot of similarities hit home really, really close. But anytime you can work with kids that have life-threatening illnesses, they deal with so much, man. They just deal with so much. Treatments and, boy, if you can lighten that load just a teeny bit, it's worth it all.
909.
I hope you enjoyed it because I love doing those sorts of things. I love giving back and being a part of people that have a big heart and love kids. I love kids.
Go with a big hybrid, a catfish, a crappie.
All right, take your net. Take your net, get your catfish, and get two of your biggest hybrids.
No largemouth?
No largemouth. No crap. How about Lake Hartwell? Man, what a great lake. They had the Bassmaster Classic there catching bass, and now here we are out there catching hybrids and stripers. Super time. I can't say much about the Outdoor Dream Foundation. I'll start crying. I can't talk about these boys and these little kids. And it was a great show. I hope you enjoyed it. See you next week. God bless you. I'm Hank Parker. Tell me something. Is that yours?
And don't forget to visit us at hankparker.com, the place for tips, giveaways, and more.
The house needs painting, the grass needs mowing. Where's he at? Gone fishing.